Hey, how's it going, everyone? It's Big Man today, and today I'm doing a Star Wars Force Arena patch note review, baby. In case you don't know, it's February 22nd, baby, and we got some updates on a patch, baby. So I'm excited. I love patches for this game because this game needs to be fixed. So, and like I've always said in the past, anything to this game is an improvement of what it is. Simply, there's just a lack of patching. But hey, let's get into this. Oh, actually, real quick, if you guys have any comments or suggestions about how I'm doing this, please let me know. I would like to have more information about it. And if there's anything you guys want to discuss about, everything I'm going to be saying in this video is strictly my opinion about it. So, drop some comments in the comment section down below for any discussions, because I'm curious on your guys' opinions as well. Alright, so to start this off, obviously it's dark side balancing. Now, obviously, I think a lot of people could agree that the strongest hero is going to be Darth Maul. Now, they actually reverted it back to 75 seconds when before it was 75 seconds, and then they buffed him to 60. So, it looks like pretty much Darth Maul might revive like twice in a match versus like 3 times that he currently does. So it means that if you're a Darth Maul player, when you rush, you got to do it hard, because you're going to have one more chance to probably do it. So in mine, I mean, this is a good nerf. This guy is just too strong right now, and I'm tired of seeing him. So a buff that I'm actually super excited about, which is the Imperial Heavy Gunners, which it may seem kind of small, but the problem with these guys is that they cost 4 points when they used to cost 5. Holy, I don't even know why they were good, if they ever were. Pretty much now the attack animation is 60% faster than what it was. Hopefully it's just lift and shoot. It's not lift, lock the shoulders, and then gun away, you know, da 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 da. So there's 3 of them. I'm hoping this does well. If anything, once again, this is an improvement of what they were, and this is a better version of them. So I'm not gonna complain. I'm excited for it. I guess that's all they did for the dark side. I guess the dark sides don't really need any nerfing or balancing done. I guess that could be debatable. Alright, so this is the light side, and believe it or not, I'm kind of glad that they actually touched on his stun. I think that literally the amount of times they've had Anakin Skywalker on sale with crystals that means there's lots of Anakin being played. So he's probably being played the most. It's because he's really consistent as a overall leader. Why ever bring a stun grenade? Like, why? When you had Anakin to stun your opponents. Now, I think I've read a few comments down here in the forum. People were complaining about it because they're like, well, I only used him because that he's stunned. Well, I mean, is it really fair that your hero gets a free stun grenade? That's 2 points of energy, and you get that all the time. So, I don't know. I think he's probably one of the strongest leaders in the game still, just because I don't see him in top, 200, top 50. He's still really good. And I don't think this is gonna make him, absolute doggy doo-doo crap. I mean, he's still gonna be strong as a leader. He has one of the strongest uniques in the game. It's a level 4 cost. She just guns a-blazing. Anakin Skywalker's fine. I personally like the change. And getting on to the next leader, which I think is kind of cool. They worked on Lando. Pretty much they decreased the cooldown from 35 seconds to 26 seconds on his special. That's pretty cool. Granted, I mean, you got to be prepared for the swarm, because you probably see like 3 banthas coming down the lane, and you somehow, with your newly buffed Imperial Gunners, you can blast them away if they don't get hit by anything. So yeah, I don't know how well that's gonna work out, but definitely expect more Lando. I do, and I'm excited for it. That's pretty much it for, I think, the leaders. Working on the unique, which is BB-8, which, I mean, I haven't really played too much Poe yet, but I assume why ever have BB-8 in your party, in your group of cards, for the energy cost from 4 now reduced to 3, which 3 is better. I don't think BB-8 is worthy of being a 4-point leader. Unique, excuse me, because I'll say this every time. I think 4-point uniques are usually the best in the game. They usually have a property that makes them insanely strong for the amount of points that you're getting. This isn't 4 points. I mean, he's I'm pretty sure he's just melee, and the cool thing is that he's hacks, which is something that they did touch up on. The hacking is faster, so I don't know how well that works on the hacking. I haven't seen much Poe. I don't think many people are playing Poe because Poe has some really low stats as it is. The only benefit he has is a passive that makes him super strong for airstrikes. I mean, other than that, maybe we'll see more Poe. I think it'll be a cool change if I start seeing more Poe, but other than that, this is kind of an okay buff. I mean, it's a buff, so take it for what it is, but is it going to change the game? I don't think so. And then for something that I'm really, really excited for in the epics, which they changed a lot in the light side. There's lots of good buffs here. Like I'm excited for this the most. The Talos Marauder army getting this buff. First off, like, they were an epic. I don't know why they were so slow, but that's the most. That's what I find to be the most important part about this, is that their movement speed is increased from 2.7 to 3.2. That's awesome. Like T-Rex, that which is Captain Phasma's unique, moves at 3.2, and he books it down the lane. This is awesome. Now you're gonna have a horde of little furry meatballs coming at you with spears. I'm excited for it. That's pretty cool. Not only that, they got attack speed buff, so now instead of 1.1, it's 0.85. They're gonna be smacking like crazy. The deployment time is faster because you'd practically be able to kill these guys before they started running. Let alone they're still squishy and they still will get blasted. They move faster, they attack faster, and they spawn in faster. I'm excited for this. I think, like, out of everything in this patch, this is the coolest thing. Like, I can't wait for the decks that I'm going to be seeing and facing against, because we're using the Talos Marauders. Woo! I'm excited for that. I don't know about you guys, but this card looked cool when it came out, and it became dog crap. Now it's cool again. Now it's got they're better. So, and then I think for the last epic, it's going to be the Resistance Grenader, which is obviously the stunner of, like, tech. Like, he's just the master stunner for tech, pretty much. This is a simple buff, 5 to 4. I would never put this guy in my deck for 5 points. Like, it just looked like a waste. Now, I think Separatist is the strongest in the game still for the dark side. If you're not running Separatist, I don't think you want to win. Straight up. Like, Separatist and First Order, put those two together, that's a winning deck, okay? This guy counters at least the Separatist side, which everyone's going to be using some kind of Separatist. Now, thing is, though, he's by himself, so you got to make sure you dodge all the airstrikes and all that good stuff. But he chain stuns. That's the beautiful thing about this guy, and I hope he's worth it. I hope for 4 points he'll make it into some people's decks. I don't know if I still want to use him. I mean, seriously, like, you could just take the damage away from his kit, just make him do 0 damage and stun for 2 seconds, and he chains it with stuns. I think that's fine, just for 3 points. Maybe that's a crazy idea. I think it's very crazy. Goodbye, General Grievous. Never be able to attack again. But I don't know. Either way, this is a buff. I don't make the buffs here. I don't do the balancing. These guys do. So, and then I think the last unit that is actually receiving a nerf, which I think quite a handful of people might like this. Personally, I'm like, I don't really care. The ATRTs are probably the strongest, pretty much the strongest unit you could put down on the field. for the light side at least, because one, they have mobility, they have health, and they have the attack stat that you need to push any lane. These guys are what, you know, the dark side despise. They look at this and they're like, oh my god. I've seen people put the first order airstrike just for these guys. I've fought against a few guys like that, and they have it just in case, you know, they see an ATRT. I mean, if you really need to bring in one support to just counter one unit, I guess there's kind of a lot of power to that. So pretty much, I guess, through all the complaints that, you know, they were receiving, it got a pretty chunk of a nerf, dude. I got 103 health points taken off. Now that matters in the scaling wise. You know, it loses that 103 in the scaling of each level. So pretty much these guys still have their movement speed and attack speed. It's just their health stat is a little less. So you got to be careful with these guys. Which, I mean, realistically, that's how the game should be played. Really shouldn't just be drop your units and then run in there and smash, you know. And I think the king of that right now would have to be Darth Maul. I mean, he's the king of I drop everything and I run in and I come back to life to kill you some more. So, but overall, I think these are a good set of patches. Hopefully it's just a start for some. I know I was reading some comments in this forum as well. People were talking about, you know, hitting up the old leaders. You know, there's a bunch of old leaders that need touching up. The new leaders and the new units that have came into the game blow the old people out of the way. They're old. They need some loving, dude. And I agree. Like, they need to do some reworks, or I don't even know what you want to call it, but they need to touch up some old guys and bring them back to life. Second thing is that I think that this is the first line of buffs. I think that right now, this is just the first line of buffs, because if you remember last month when they released Obi-Wan and Count Dooku, they released a patch before in the middle of the month, which, it's 21st today. It's like the end of the month. I think in the beginning of March is going to be around, I don't know, I think like in another 2 weeks there's going to be another patch, possibly releasing new units and maybe a new leader, possibly unique, you know? So this is just watching from what they did in the last patch. So I think this is just a little quick balancing. There's still some bugs in the game, like I have a level 3 Count Dooku and I can't use my Force Lightning. It's kind of irritating. So I haven't been able to make a video on Count Dooku, even though I've been wanting to play him. Can't do it. So pretty much I think it's gonna be about it. If you guys have any comments or suggestions or anything, or if you guys want to talk about something in the comments down below, please drop them down there. I'm up for discussion, baby. This is ooh, pardon me. This is kind of controversial. A lot of people liked Anakin and, you know, really loved the ATRTs. Some hated it. So tell me what you guys think. I love talking to you guys. And as always, thank you for watching. Please hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys on the next one.